Now recording.
Ooh, the recorder is here. Craig, what else have you recorded?
Oh,
Inside your neighbor's windows.
No.
I'm doing that thing from the conversation. I'm listening in. I don't have anything funny to say. Fuck.
I actually do think that would be like, this isn't that shady of a comment, but like I think that would be an incredible job for you.
Oh, listening in on shit?
Just being a voyeur.
I think that if you were like an entirely different person with an entirely different set of morals, I think you would have been an incredible spook.
Yeah, no, I totally. I would be very unscrupulous. I'd be good at it. Yeah, I'd be like a world-class pervert. I definitely see that for myself. Yeah, I mean...
Fortunately, we live in the world where you do have the morals that you have, and you're not a spook.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah. Maybe I'll do some past life regression and be able to see into wiretapping hippies or whatever. Yeah, no, I mean,
you're the guy who named MK Ultra. That was you.
It is a very Craig Neeson name.
We're gonna want to freak people out when they learn about this.
Yeah.
Have we considered the shock factor of having it all caps?
Craig doing a common bar size shot of this brand new drug we've just invented. Let's call it MK Ultra.
See, if I was in the CIA, I would have given it a more innocuous name,
Such as?
I don't know, like Program 38 or something, just like keep it low profile. Not name it the scariest thing in the world.
That does sit well with the human experimentation.
Yeah, well, hold on. Let me counter that, okay? Because like that, the Japanese War Crimes Unit was just called Unit 738,
right.
And I think that's a very scary name.
Okay,
it's
horrifying. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you got me.
Meanwhile, if we didn't know that MK Ultra did horrors for 60 years, I would think that's like a Kamen Rider attack.
Just name it after a color, like the purple program.
Agent Orange.
Oh, shit.
Nothing is safe.
Shit, okay. You know what? I don't think there's any save in this one.
No.
You know what? You've convinced me. There's absolutely no way you could name this program in a way that wouldn't be terrifying.
Yeah, every evil world government has ruined every code name.
It's so funny because Hegseth just on Twitter was like Operation Midnight. That was the strike on Iran. Operation Southern Spear. This is the mobilization in the Gulf for Venezuela. And everyone's like, "You're a fucking bitch! Like you're a tiny little worm bitch, and you have a tiny dick. No, you got to call it something like Project Blue." I mean, Project Blue Buck is the alien thing, but like, yeah, you gotta. It lives in its subtlety. It lives in its banality.
Yeah. Project Unicorn. Is that something?
No, you can't even do like an innocuous like non sequitur because then like that's just like Operation Paperclip.
Right.
Like fuck, dude, they got everything, didn't they?
They've already done everything.
They got colors, they got office supplies, they got fucking everything.
Is nothing sacred anymore? Operation Craig Neeson.
The darkest program of all. Hello and welcome to SWIMFANS. This is your number one erotic thriller podcast for the week. I am your co-host, Motherboy Nation, Rise Up. I'm Josh McKenzie.
Oh, I'm Craig, www.craig... Sorry. One more time. I'm Craig, www.redtube.com/stepmom in handcuffs. I'm Craig Neeson. Fuck! Can't do the fucking joke. You get the joke. Just move on.
You want to try it again?
Nope. Move on.
Nope.
Keep it in.
Okay. I'm Jennifer, showing my kid my huge fucked up cesarean scar like the boss at the end of MGS3 Hawking.
This week on the podcast, we are talking 1994 Yves Simoneau film, Mother's Boys.
Just do it.
Mother's Boys just sounds bad.
Yeah.
It feels weird saying out loud.
Yeah, it's got a bad mouth feel.
Yeah, it should be Mother Boys.
It should, first of all, it should be Mother Boys. Second of all, I don't even know if it's that good of a title for the movie. We'll get there. Jen, the whole time that I was watching this movie in my head, I was just like, "Return to Mother Boys."
I just
Really
kept
setting
saying
records for. Sorry.
So sorry. I just kept saying shit like, I have to wait on the balcony for zip up, but at bath time anything goes. just like losing my mind. I haven't seen that fucking episode in years. Years.
Okay, so if you've not seen Mother's Boys, this movie stars Jamie Lee Curtis. So what has happened prior to the start of the movie is that her character, Jude, has left her family behind. So she has a husband and she has 3 sons, 2 of which are kind of too young to remember her. They kind of remember her, but not as much as the eldest, who's sort of like the main son. So she has been gone for about 3 years during a pretty, pivotal time in a child's development. So while she's been gone, the dad has moved on. He's now dating and is in love with the assistant principal of his children's school. Her name is Callie. They're sort of like, I mean, they I think they like her fine, but like, as they're, trying to become this sort of blended family unit, it's clear that, Callie, trying to be mindful of the children's feelings, is like, well, maybe they're not ready to have another woman around. And the dad's like, nah, fuck these kids. I want you to be my wife. The kids are fine. but like for the most part, like especially the younger kids really seem to like Callie. And like, so basically, the children are healing from being abandoned by their mother. But of course, Jude returns. She first goes to see her mother, who's played by Vanessa Redgrave. And she's like, I want my family back. And the mom's like, the hell you do? Like, you're just going to fuck the kids up again. And she's like, no, I'm back for real this time. You'll see. So she begins to like sort of like spy on her children. Like she goes to the school and like sort of meets her youngest kid. She is sort of like poking around the house, the children's areas, just sort of trying to like get a bead on like what's going on. Like there's one scene very early on where she drives by and Callie and the father and the 3 boys are like having like a cookout and they're, like laughing and carrying on. And she's like, oh, I love to see my sons. And then Callie walks into frame and she like peels out like a I don't know, like the Grinch leaving Whoville. So finally, she's just like, fuck it, I'm back. So she goes to their house. The dad is like, get out of here. Like, I don't want to see you. They don't want to see you. She basically pulls all of her cards out. She's like, you will bring the children here, because if not, I can make the divorce quite hard on you. So bring me the children. So they go to see her. And at first, of course, all 3 boys, especially the eldest, are like pretty standoffish. They don't want to see her. Her like gifts and her field trips aren't really working on them. But like as they keep trying to like push her away, she keeps finding ways to get closer. And what's interesting about this ghoul, and I think this is a first, because we often see ghouls here who want either like glory or they want custody of their children. You rarely, I feel, see a ghoul who wants the entire intact family unit. If this was a situation where Jude simply wanted custody of the children, I think this would be a much shorter movie. But Jude importantly also wants her husband back. And Robert is Peter Gallagher's character. She wants Robert back as well, even though Robert has already moved on with this other woman. So Jude keeps making passes at Robert to try to like win him over, and like it's sort of working. Like they clearly had feelings for each other in the past. They have 3 kids together. Also, Jamie Lee Curtis, like the body is tea in this movie, so like you sort of get it. But but he's like holding firm. He's like, no, I'm here with Callie, and this is sort of like her breaking point. This is when she begins to truly ghoul. She goes to see Callie at the workplace. She makes it clear who she is, what she's here for. And when she hears from Callie that she really loves Robert, she does the ghoul turn. She takes like a framed photo on the desk and like slams it into her face until she starts bleeding. And she makes it look like Callie attacked her in Callie's own office. So it's clear, Jude's power is beginning to show. She has the eldest boy whose name is like Kes. It's like a real, it's a strange name. Yeah. I kept waiting for it to be like short for something, but I don't think it is. I think it's just Kes. She this is the one that has the deepest relationship with the mother as the oldest. So like she is like putting special focus into him because what she wants to do, because as I said, she wants the intact family unit, is she's going to get Callie out of the picture by hook or by crook. So she brings Kes over to her home, kind of like grooms him, which is an interesting move. Yeah. And she basically like sort of like re-brainwashes him that the reason we can't be a family is because Callie is doing like evil like woman style magic to make sure that your dad doesn't want us to be together. The reason that your dad is pretending to move on is because Callie is tricking him into thinking he has, but he hasn't actually. In sort of the final movement of the film here, Jude gets Kes to like sort of enact this plan where apparently this family has a tradition of playing a game called Trial, right?
It's like the least wholesome family game imaginable.
It's also like the funniest possible contrivance for there to be like, how do we make them do a mock jury? Anyway, so the family game called Trial, I would presume, is played exactly the way you would think it is, but this is quite dark. So Kes gets his 2 younger brothers to go along with this. They handcuff Callie. They're home alone with Callie, by the way. There's like a scene where like the grandmother, Redgrave's character, falls down the stairs. And it's like, she's like the last bastion protecting these children from their evil mother. But, now she's in like a hospital bed. I don't know. Classic ghoul stuff. Anyway, so they're home alone because Robert is dealing with the grandmother who's injured. And so they have handcuffed Callie because she is she's the accused in the trial. And so they put her in this kangaroo court at the dining room table.
Like Death Game, if you remember Death Game.
It is Death Game. This is Death Game for kids. So they put her on trial, obviously, like pretty quick. It's just like Kes finds her guilty of trying to break up the family, right? So all like Kes's orders from Jude are to keep her handcuffed and in one spot until this time when you actually don't know what's going to happen, but presumably Jude would be over to kill her. So, but all the boys have to do is keep her locked up. But the youngest boy is getting a glass. He's also the most attached to Callie because he doesn't remember the mother. So he's getting Callie a glass of water, and as he's walking back over with it, he falls. The glass breaks, and like the shard of glass goes into his chest, and he's bleeding very heavily. So the middle brother's like, we got to call the cops. We have to save our little brother. But the older brother's like, no, you heard mom. We have to wait till she gets here or whatever. So the eldest brother leaves. The middle brother finally like cracks. They let Callie out. When Callie is unable to like get the car out of the driveway to save like the youngest boy's life, she begins to run down the road. Kes and the middle brother take the car. Okay, and then this is what her plan was. Jude's plan was to cut the brake lines in the car so that the car goes careening off a cliff because they live on like a mountaintop. So they have the boys are driving the car, the children are driving the car. The brake lines are cut though because Jude didn't plan for this. So the car goes over the edge. The boys are like teetering on the edge there. Jude, who's lying in wait, goes over to see. Callie sets down the boy bleeding to death to go save the children. So, there's this whole like struggle back and forth. Eventually it ends with Jude falling off a cliff. Okay. Callie lives, Kes lives, and the two boys live. And then at like the very like last scene, the eldest son, who is like in the hospital after everything that's gone down, he wakes up and he sees like a ghostly like dream of his mother coming back to life. What do we think of Mother's Boys?
It's a weird one. If you told me that Jamie Lee Curtis was in an erotic thriller, I'd be surprised at this point, because again, I feel like we've reached the fucking rock bottom. But no, we're still finding movies with fairly big names and fairly big budgets, and that for one was just shocking. I'm like, oh, okay, we have Jamie Lee Curtis as a ghoul. Like, what could go wrong here? And I mean, this isn't the worst film ever. I think it does get pretty transgressive. The sequence where the mother is, rising from the bath and showing her son the cesarean scar and being like, we're actually like super connected because of the scar, is again kind of punk rock. I mean, it's fucked up and it's weird and it's uncomfortable. The trial shit is straight out of a Hanukkah film. Just like that idea of the youngest being
real.
Like, yeah. I'm gonna get you some waba, and then a shard of glass, a shard of glass like pierces his artery. It's kind of horrifying. You have this like very young boy bleeding out, and it does provide this like ambient anxiety to the whole film. But I do say, like, structurally, it's kind of weird. I mean, the setup is as you would expect, right? We have this like family that's like, trying to piece it together after the trauma of Jude having left, and now she's making an unwelcome return and ruining everyone's life. I think the biggest problem that I have with the film is like the fact that Jamie Lee Curtis outsources her ghouling, which might be a first. She so successfully worms her way into Kes's mind that he is ghouling by proxy. And like, something about that. There's something about that combined with the fact that the ending is just flatly ridiculous. That her contrivance of getting rid of her competition, as she sees it in Callie, is to cut her brakes, but at exactly the right time, that she would then throw a tennis ball that the dog would go chase, and the dog chasing the tennis ball would make her careen off the mountain road, is so fucking like, and then there were none Agatha Christie shit, it's so improbable, so like silly, what I said immediately after watching it is like, I think it would be great if Callie and the kids were at home and Jamie Lee Curtis just showed up with a knife. Like, Jamie Lee Curtis is an actress. She's fucking phenomenal. We don't need to tell people listening to this that fact, but she's great. And Jude as a character is great. She's again single-minded. She wants to get rid of Callie and then reunite the family unit. But then the movie's like takes its best asset, which again is Jamie Lee Curtis, and is like, you know what? No, I'm just going to we're going to have her off screen for the next 20-25 minutes. And that's really unfortunate. A simpler solution is to not reinvent the fucking wheel, but merely have Jamie Lee Curtis get embroiled in Mortal Kombat. We've seen so many erotic thrillers that, I mean, we've either criticized or praised, or a kind of combination of both, where it does eventually just devolve into combat, right? Beyonce versus White Girl,
Stage fatalities.
Yeah, Hand That Rocks the Cradle, another stage fatality. She falls out of the attic. She falls out of
the literally the pit from MK2. She gets like impaled on the fucking fence.
White picket fence. Yeah, and again, and then you know, like so obvious, so silly of a of an image that, you know, the white suburban, you know, the home. You know, she's falling on the white picket fence or whatever. I think the film fundamentally just misuses its finest asset and becomes something that's like really contrived, really overwritten. But the thing with the film is like, it can't just totally dismiss it because you have Jamie Lee Curtis showing up to the fucking architecture office and spreading ass on the drafting table. You know, it just there's a lot here that is really strange and like again genuinely transgressive, but then it decides to be like really dumb, you know. And the whole trial thing is delightful. That actually is a device that's like, you know, the kids in the beginning are just playing with handcuffs. I'm like, okay, like, you know, is that a sex toy that somehow migrated to the family room? You know, or is this like the Kissinger family like tradition, or it's just, you know, like there's it's
I
perfect.
had handcuffs, but I turned out normal.
You know, like the thing with Jamie Lee Curtis and her ghoul is that she doesn't get like a final speech. You know, like she just falls to her death and then that's it. You know, she lies. She's like, I'm gonna you know, go ahead, let go of Callie. I'll take Callie. Of course, her being a ghoul and wanting Callie to die does not. And then just through like the gravity of the fucking Jurassic Park car stuck in a tree situation that they're in, she falls to her death. And like this is it's not a sufficient denouement. It's not a sufficient display of the kind of peacock feathers of a ghoul that I know that Jamie Lee Curtis could have brought to the film. So I think just from a writing perspective, this film got a little too cooked, a little too overbaked.
She got dry in the oven.
Exactly. Got dry in the oven for sure.
I think this is like a pretty quality early to mid 90s like domestic thriller. I really think it knows, well, because it's like playing with the same toolkit as like Fatal Attraction, Hand That Rocks the Cradle, all that stuff of like, we have to like preserve this family. I think it does like a great job of, like you were saying, Craig, like kind of like perverting that in like interesting ways. Like there's like a child seduction in it. To counter one of your points is that I actually really like the kind of like surrogate ghoul relationship that develops in the movie. I think that's one of its more interesting inventions that it brings to the table is like,
ghoul by proxy.
Yeah. Or like really kind of like, obviously like the kid who just so I can get this brainworm out of my head is also the kid who says California in the movie, the Fred Savage movie, The Wizard. That's like a big commercial for Nintendo. Same kid. Like I think his like kind of Oedipal thing or whatever is one of the more interesting developments here. It's they do a good job of like twisting the mother-son relationship of like, you know, you were like born from my blood and I have this fucked up scar and it's like because you wanted to stay inside me, you know. I would not give up that Trials game for any Jamie Lee Curtis ghouling if she just showed up with a knife. I think the Haneke approach is definitely the more interesting one to me. Is the last 5 minutes of this movie like fucking ridiculous? Like absolutely. But I'm not complaining about it. I just think that it's awesome that she just gets fucking Hans Grubered at the end of this movie about like who's gonna be the mom in the family. I think there's just a lot to admire here. I think they knew they were making kind of a tacky movie and acted accordingly. There's very little like attempts to like humanize Jamie Lee Curtis's character. There's like one line about her relationship with her father, but it's like so fast and it's like just so kind of like sidelined, and then it's pretty much straight to the cliff. It's I think that if visually this movie looked more like a William Friedkin movie than it looked like one of those like pork lobby videos from the mid 90s, I think that it might actually be remembered. As it is, it's interesting that we could like be so far into this show and still find a movie like this. Like that was really kind of like one of the things that stuck out to me about the experience is like, oh, I've never like, I mean, I added it to the list, but I never like considered it, you know, like it's not like, despite it starring like actual movie stars, it's just sort of like just buried in time. And I thought it was fun to dig this one up and check it out.
Yeah, I really do want to echo that because, like, you do, after doing this show for so many years, eventually you do feel that they're all just going to be, like, terrified.
Yeah.
Right? Like, that's the level of movie remaining. It is nice to get a movie that's, like, competent. Like, there is a lot here that I think we haven't seen before, which is rare in and of itself. You do get this ghoul by proxy, which is fairly unique. One thing I love about Curtis's ghoul here is that she's not like Jason Voorhees. Like, you expect the ghoul to be like an unkillable death machine in like the last 15 minutes of the movie. She's not really like, that's not really her deal because she's too busy, sort of like Craig was intimating. She's too busy like puppeteering a ghoul situation from afar. So she doesn't become a serial killer at the end, which I like. And it really is like, I put this in my Letterboxd review, but it really is like a baby's first Hanukkah movie, where you get all of like the domestic horrors. Like, it's actually quite upsetting when they've put Callie in the handcuffs and then Kes is like really slamming on that table with that meat tenderizer he's using as a gavel. Like, he's really hitting that table in a way that reminds me of like these sort of like small moments in a Hanukkah film where like it's just like unpleasant, like it's yet to become malignant, but it's like you can feel it's like about to metastasize or something. So like it really does have some of those good bits to it. Like I said earlier, like I don't think we've ever seen a ghoul picture where the ghoul wants the entire family unit back. We've seen many movies where an evil woman with the strength of 10 women wants her children back because she's evil, right? But you rarely see that she also wants the husband back, and at no point. I mean, like, she's angry with him after the architecture firm scene, but like I get the feeling that like because she's now focused all of her ire onto Callie, like she knows that once I ice this bitch, like I'm still gonna be able to get my husband back. Like I can have the whole deal. Interestingly, I don't think the thing with the dad does humanize her. I think it almost like shows you how much it reminds you how much they haven't humanized her at all. Like it's like it's almost like a Batman origin story sort of, where it's like this is why this villain is evil, and it's like oh, you stood too close to like an isotope or whatever, and it's like, yeah, I guess it's why you're evil. And in this one, it's like, yeah, she saw her dad's body, a man who's not in the movie, whose relationship is not part of the movie at all. It sort of mostly just tells you why Redgrave's character, who is Curtis's character's mother, is so against her own daughter, like having her family back. I think at some point someone's like, you got to put something in there about why her mom is like stabbing her in the back constantly. You got to throw something in there. But yeah, I mean, I agree. This movie does have idiosyncrasies in the way that like it sounds like somebody thought about it. I don't think it's an incredible film. I do think it looks pretty bland, but like, yeah, I mean, they tried stuff. And you can't say that about all these movies.
Yeah, I do think they establish, and this is something that's usually a little ham-fisted, or it down to like the new love interest seeing an interaction between the ghoul and the husband or whatever, from a vantage point that makes it look like he was cheating or whatever. But it does make like a really compelling case that the husband here would go back with Jamie Lee Curtis, if only because she's so hot. Really, like that's really that's the extent to which the film posits, like, or suggests that this character could change his mind, and actually does a fairly good job of communicating that. Like, she's just like at the planetarium, and she's like, I could fucking show you Pluto or whatever. Like, just it's just ready to fuck at the planetarium. Amidst the field trips and so on. Like it does, sketch out, a very determined human being, and again, not one that's been, as this is elegantly sketched out, hasn't been like affected by gamma radiation. She's just like very aggressively wants her role back, and like, there are like little cracks in the surface. Although I do love the immediate like hostility that the character's kind of treated with. It's like, her own mother. Like, it really does like tell you, without telling you, although the film insists on that, then trying to tell you later, how bad she is. That her own mother would be like, just stop. Your children are happy now. Your ex-husband's happy now. Just fucking go. Like, this is like 10 minutes out of the gate, and we're already being told in no uncertain terms that her presence here is not welcome. And usually there's like a little bit of like credulity, or like, okay, let's work this out. It's like, no. She's scorched earth. She's absolutely scorched earth. And I think, the whole like, fuck, man, she saw like a tragic death or whatever. And then her mother in the hospital bed, she says a bunch of curious like non sequiturs about like something terrible that the father did to her. Do you guys remember that? Like,
I think I thought the implication, because she's like, so yeah, for the context, she's like in and out of consciousness because she fell downstairs.
Yeah.
My thought, because she's like, oh, your father did something terrible to you and to me. It sounded to me like he like cheated on her, or was going to like leave the family or something.
Yeah.
As opposed to like abuse or something.
Right.
I don't. Yeah, but I mean, but they don't really tell you.
Yeah, and but like, it feels obligated or something. It feels again, there has to be some kind of past trauma to then explain. There has to be a box. Actually, there is a box in this film, but it's unfortunately not a ghoul box. It's a memory box. The husband cracks open and sees pictures of his former life with Jude and the children. Images of them playing on the beach. And I was so disappointed when it didn't have a gun in it. As soon as the box, as soon as the box appeared on screen, I'm like, "There's a gun in there." No gun. But yeah, it's just that idea that like we're given Jamie Lee Curtis, who in the physical performance of the character is already telling you so much about her, which is, again, she's fucking loaded. She's completely like overproduced. Like her image is like way too cultivated. Just by contrast to everyone else who's just kind of like whatever. She's red lipstick, glasses, sports car, her hair is perfect.
Eating.
Big, she's in these like fucking like,
she's so cool.
These dresses, and like, again, it immediately gives you this character that's cutting across like the fabric of the kind of reality of the film, because she's so heightened and everyone is so not. And like, it is a kind of like something like in the writer's room, like that idea, like I need to provide through dialogue something like depth to the character when we didn't need it, right? Like, again, she steps onto this thing as like the character gets propped up really quickly, and we don't really need any justification or explication why she might be doing the thing that she's doing, because it all scans, right? Because she's so materialistic, so put together, so whatever. Of course, she would just want to have a thing back suddenly. She'd want to plant her fucking flag in it and be like, I want my fucking family back now. Like Curtis like immediately communicates the pathology there. and we don't need anything more than that. Frankly.
Yeah, but, and like one thing I think, like, to sort of prove your point is like because they don't really say what her deal is, because like they do say that like she's left before when the eldest son was really little, but they're not like, oh, she always leaves because there's no because. It's just like, oh, she always leaves. She'll definitely leave again. And I do like that they're just like, yeah, she just leaves.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, she just doesn't really care about this shit that much.
No, you get the impression that if she did somehow make this plan work, she'd probably leave again.
Right.
100%. Oh yeah, she will. Yeah, when she kills when she succeeds in killing Callie, she'll just leave again.
She's just not cut out for it. You see like her version of like motherhood, and it's just like bribery. It's just getting the ball across the finish line. There's no like genuine like mother connection, like maternal dynamic to anything. It's much more like following a plan to just get the kids back, and then we'll figure out the next part.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, sorry. I mean, just like to reiterate, like it's so like why? Because so many of these movies is like, and this is a compliment. I think it's a compliment because she's so like ineffable or like incomprehensible here. But like when compared to like a woman who goes crazy because you've transgressed the marital pact, right? Not Peter Gallagher. He's done everything right. He stayed and did the family. He's doing a divorce the way that God intended. He's being the responsible guy. And so this movie's like, no, what if she was just fucked up anyway? Like, what if she was just, what if she was rich and hot and evil for no reason? And you're like, go off. Tell me more.
Honestly, work.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. And again, that idea of like buying off her children, and, in the way that, Cass being harder, right? The other, two children are backgrounded. They're easy. You can just throw a fucking Game Boy at their forehead and they'll be on board. But Cass is a harder sell. And Cass needs the bathroom sequence, which is again one of the more transgressive things I think we've ever seen.
Insane, insane scene.
It's really
so fucking awful.
It's difficult to overstate, like, because there's things that like posture as being transgressive, which like whatever, murder, lechery, adultery, whatever. But then there's like an adult woman who's the child's mother inviting her child. She lives in this fucking like lifeless marble palace apartment. It's like,
as
I guess,
all rich women did in the 90s.
Period, but it feels like just drained of life, as though she's vampiric. But yeah, like down this like large marble hallway is this bathroom that's like bathed in fucking blue light. I love the blue gels in this film, by the way. Also in the architecture architecture sequence, it's just like swimming in just blue gel, eyes wide shut style.
I was about to say that.
Love it. But like this is like when I say transgressive, I mean it. Like it's fucked up. Like it's
child seduction.
And for it to sit in this film the way that it does, I mean, to me, it's like the how do I say this? Like it is the, how do I say it? Like it's the scene. It's the scene of the film because like there's nothing else like it, and because of its like very genuine, like this could actually like I don't know, like torpedo, like this is something that's so weird, so exquisitely weird and uncomfortable and wrong that like I'm actually surprised that it survived censorship,
Yeah,
Like,
it's also so much more offensive than like just like icing your your husband's new girlfriend.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
that's
yeah.
like
we've seen that.
Like that's
Yeah.
PG-13 shit. Yeah.
Exactly. It's such, that's almost expected, right? That's just like that's par for,
You have to. Yeah.
it's par from the core, par for the course, being like frantically trying to reach out to your personal security bodyguard and find him with a butcher's knife in his back. Like that's just Clue, baby. Like that's
Yeah.
that's the name of the game when you live in a mansion and you have a candelabra. It's just, but this is fucked up.
Yeah. I guess like I was like thinking about that scene and it's weird because she kind of like tries to seduce the husband. He doesn't really go for it. So she just kind of tries to seduce the kid. Like I feel like it was trying to like imply that's how she gets everything in her life.
Yeah, I mean, it's sort of her one skill because, again, she's like super hot and put together. And it gets her far, right? Because like there's pretty much every other obstacle aside from her family members sort of fall to this. Like in the scene where she goes to see Callie at work, like right before she does the thing where she like ghouls and makes herself the victim. She like spares one passing glance at the principal of the school, and you can tell that he's never been down badder in his life. And that's just like 1 second of this movie. But that's her to every person she like interacts with that isn't one of her family members. And it's like, oh, okay, yeah, no, I see how this works for her.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. And from that writing perspective of like, how does the again the perspective of a writer who is divorced or fears divorce or is afraid of women? It's like, well, how does a woman use her sexuality? And then it's like, and then the writer answers, well, she weaponizes it. It's a weapon. And like this movie demonstrates that, right? Like that's how Jude like uses her appearance, her body it's all weaponry, to kind of like again, like destroy and usurp and so on. So like the all the kind of paranoias about women are here. They've just been like really distilled and sharpened in the Curtis character. Again, she's really bad at planning like a fucking car accident, but she is good at being hot. What
was her plan? Okay, so because like, so what she was gonna do was have the boys handcuff her until
10 o'clock.
10 o'clock.
10 o'clock.
But she does booby trap the car, which cutting the brake line, which makes the two oldest boys go over the side of the cliff and almost die. Why? Because like ostensibly you would have them hold Callie there until 10 o'clock so that Jude could arrive and kill her. No, I don't understand what step of the plan booby trapping the car was.
So my read is that like they would judge Callie, they would cast her out of the family again with the accusations that she's trying to replace Jude, all the things that Jude has done to poison Cass's mind, and then Callie at 10 o'clock would leave. She would leave the house. She would get in the car. She'd drive off. And then at that exact moment when, Jude sees her coming, the whole playing fetch with the dog throws a tennis ball and we get her, that's how we get her off the road. That's my understanding. Is that?
Yeah, that was, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. But yeah, like the thing that she doesn't expect is that, of course, there was a sequence earlier, again, in the sexual metaphor, I guess it's not particularly like lost, is when she lets Cass like drive the car, like get behind the wheel.
Yeah.
And then she like, she's like standing like it's fucking spring break. It's like, woo! I love my fucking convertible. And it's just like, but yeah, like the thing that she hasn't accounted for is that, yeah, like Cass would be driving, and his other sibling would be in the car, and yeah, and her adversary in Cali would be carrying her youngest child bleeding down the road.
Would be parenting, yeah.
yeah, would be actually parenting.
So
that was her downfall.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe you said this, but like, then why did they have to wait until 10 o'clock for this?
Because that's how you time it. She can't just wait out there all night.
Oh,
Yeah, she has to have the window to go and cut the brake lines.
Yeah,
I think she could wait all night, but that's
yeah.
What do I know?
Cut the brake line, get the dog, get the fucking tennis ball, hang out in the bushes.
Yeah, at 10 she'll be all set up.
Yep.
Okay. All right, fine.
Again, it's
Synchronized
too much.
watches.
It's too much. It's just way too much.
This was bound to happen.
I do love someone earlier in the film is like, you know, you got to be safe around here with these windy hills, and I'm like, oh boy. Or making a point to demonstrate how frail Vanessa Redgrave's character is. I'm just like, I was like, oh no, man, oh no, Vanessa,
Oh my God, I know.
You're so fucking toast. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, babe.
It's actually kind of a crazy move that Redgrave's character lives because because she's still alive. So assuming she regains like cognizance. I mean, I guess they just didn't want it to have been like a 12-year-old murdered his grandmother,
right?
Which is completely fair. Okay, but like it does seem like, how is that a conversation later where you go in and you're like, Grandma, I'm so sorry that once you caught me in the middle of conspiring to murder my stepmother. So I then did unintentional murder to you.
And it's devastating, right? Because Vanessa Redgrave, before falling, is like, you're just like her. And that's you know, that's quite the condemnation of a child, you know, like I mean, deserved in that moment, but then again it does beg the question, what happens after? What's that like after? How do you repair you're just like my sadistic murderous, lecherous daughter, and you tried to kill me.
Yeah.
What are you getting for Christmas that year? from Mima. I'm not sure it's going to be that great, actually.
Yeah, it seems like Grammy isn't going to come to the school play. It just
No,
seems
maybe not. She might skip this year.
She's like, I love my 2 grandchildren that I have. Oh, I sort of thought that like this doesn't matter. This isn't like a note. I just thought it would be in a more traditional Ghoul picture. I think this would have mattered. So Roberts has this is like his chance to do like architecture really big. Like he gets the big project. It never comes up again.
Yeah.
So like so I thought that she was gonna ruin it for him. Like they catch them fucking at the architecture studio, which would be fair.
The investors are here. What are you doing? Yeah.
Right. Yeah, the bow tie is spinning.
Yeah.
Or like she would like sabotage the plans, or like basically ruin his big, or like get him fired. You know, anything like that. But because she's so invested in having the intact family unit, I think she also doesn't want him to like lose his career. So that doesn't happen. And then I'm like, oh, well, I maybe wouldn't have given him like, this is my chance to make a building.
Right.
kind of thing.
Yeah. I did half expect like the blueprints to have been changed to like, she changed all the load bearing columns to columns that are like those like breakaway track pants suits that you can just like, I just like, one expects it because again, it's given, we see like a physical model of it. It kind of looks like a bird cage, actually, which is a choice. It's not quite a house either, so it doesn't really have a thematic like. Oh, he's attempting to build. He's building the house, right? He's building the family kind of the domicile or something. So it doesn't have that like thematic resonance. However, she does show up while he's actively drafting, and I'm like, ooh. If there's anything I've learned, this is opportunity for sabotage. Because like like, and that's the thing is written into the paranoia and the fear of women is not only are they attacking you and your life and whatever, like your actual the fact of you being alive, they're also in particular interested in hitting you where you work, like embarrassing you professionally. Like we've seen that so many fucking times where a woman has embarrassed a man professionally. I think that's like a big part of what happens to Idris Elba in Obsession or Obsessed or whatever that's called. And it's like, like she just doesn't do it. The movie like tees it up, and then it ultimately doesn't matter. It's just like flavor, because he's an architect guy.
Because like imagine a moment where like I'm presenting my building to the building committee and it's just like a picture of her breasts instead of a blueprint. Like just like why are there C4 why is there C4 planted in these struts? Like just something like, like you've changed the blueprint so it's all like Escher stairs everywhere.
Then the final confrontation happens at the building he's building.
Right.
He's got to go around and spray coolant on all the C4 like Metal Gear Solid 2.
She's roller skating around, yeah.
Is that the third Metal Gear reference this episode?
Yeah, we're on a roll this week.
I'm just happy I finally get a lot of them.
Yeah, you're really one of us now.
Yeah, welcome.
Do we have any final thoughts about Mother's Boys? Oh, a terrible movie. Okay, it's a terrible title.
Yeah.
It's just like I don't know. It's like I think what they're going for is to sort of reinforce that like horribly uncomfortable like grooming moment, right? But like the other boys are not.
Right. Yeah.
Like they're not buying it. I don't know what I would have called this instead, I guess. But like she wants the whole family, not just the boys. I don't think she successfully like brainwashes I don't know. I think the title is so bad that I expected the movie to be worse.
Yeah, only one gets like bathtub seduced. Do you think it would be called Mama's Boy at that point? But also there's not enough of a focus. Like most, like that doesn't really happen to like the third act. Yeah, I don't know. That wouldn't be that good of a title either. Mother Boy, maybe.
Yeah, it's it's the possessive thing. It's the two S's. Mother's Boys.
Yeah,
it doesn't. It doesn't read well. It doesn't look like I looked at the cover art. Like it doesn't look good. Stylized in type. It's not good.
Mother's children.
Right. Exactly.
Father's Earth.
That sounds like an. Mother's Heaven. Yeah.
I'm glad you got that, Josh. That was a deep cut.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I don't know. And then the word mother is so, at least in like contemporary American English, mother is so like low. Like when you're talking about a specific person, calling them mother, it gives like, unless it's like mother, it's like if it's like mother, like the parent, it's giving like mommy dearest kind of, or like this sort of like evil stepmother type deal, which I mean does in fairness reinforce I think her role in the movie, but then it just sounds bad with boys. Mother's boy. I don't know. I don't like it.
It's got a bad mouth feel.
Just call it Jude or like Jude's back.
Mama's home.
Yeah, Mama's home. Mama's coming home.
That is really sinister.
Yeah, it's Daddy's coming home from a Dennis Hopper and Blue Velvet, but it's Mama's coming home. Yeah.
I give this 3 stars. I think it's fine.
Yeah, I think I also gave it 3 stars. Yeah, Jamie had it here. Yeah, I wish she could have been wielded more effectively, but she was fucking on it.
Yeah, 3 stars. There's a lot of good stuff in here. And like, yeah, if you're a fan of the genre, check it out. I think that there's a lot to admire in some of like we were saying, like genuinely kind of transgressive elements in it. Like I've never seen other movies do some shit that's in this one, you know?
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for listening.
Oh, we have a question.
All right.
Oh, hooray.
From Naji Kirima, what is the best and worst thing about being from the state of Michigan? Best thing, ice cream flavors. Michigan, home of many exclusive ice cream flavors. Moose Tracks.
Best thing.
Superman.
Best thing.
Mackinac Island Fudge.
I like the rain and the snow. I'm going to say that's because I'm currently deprived of those things. That's what that's what I remember fondliest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's definitely best is the beaches and the cliffs and the woods and the, you know, the pines and yeah, like the way that being in the middle of the woods while it's like raining and like you know, like seeing like deer and the fucking ecosystem function, the frogs and, you know, like just any time of the year it is actually kind of special. You know, it has its own swerve. You know, like in like autumn, the pond behind my aunt and uncle's house will be full, and you'll see frogs, and you'll see like heron if you're really lucky, and you'll see deer. And like if it's really dry, you know, in the like early days of summer, you know, like it'll be habitat for like snakes that are like, you know, looking for fucking like underground frogs to eat and shit. Like, you know, there's like a lot of elegant just nature and creature.
Yeah,
that's to me is and climate, like that's the best. The worst is the isolation. That's the worst thing is the that it's so removed from anything, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It's the people part. It's the little settlements. It's the concrete and the whatever that's supposed to be like a community, but it's not a community, and it doesn't nurture, and it doesn't provide, and it doesn't allow for anything that might deviate from like a general script. Yeah, it's just it's a cold place, and I don't mean that in a literal sense. It's cold when it comes to like that idea of being able to nurture a person. Like that well is like dry. I feel.
Yeah. I feel like I never really fit in Michigan. Didn't really enjoy my time there. I didn't even really like going outside that much, if I'm being super honest. I was an indoor kid. There was really nothing for me there. Other than its many delicious exclusive ice cream flavors.
Excellently looped back in.
Thank you.
See, and I think this is interesting because this is now the Michigan podcast. This really highlights the different regions where you're from, because Jennifer and Craig are from a much more rural part of the state than I am. To me, the worst part of Michigan is the economic depression. My hometown. I mean, all of Michigan. I think in 2008, when the economy collapsed, I think Michigan had the highest unemployment in the union.
It was bad.
But my union. Yeah, but my part of the state is the car part of the state, which was already bad and actually has never recovered and is only worse now. So that, I mean, because like, you know, there's this romantic idea of like maybe moving back someday, but it's like, oh, unless I have like a really robust, like, you know, set of freelance clients, there's no economic opportunity for the type of work that I do to be there, which is a shame because I do miss things about it, but
yeah,
alas.
Marquette, where I'm from, I guess has gotten so expensive recently.
That's
like,
fucking crazy.
Yeah,
it's like almost completely unlivable.
Yeah, they're gentrifying it. It's really fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like like if you're gonna live there, it's probably Marquette in the Upper Peninsula speaking, but like that's fucking stupid.
What are you gonna do? Live in Nagani?
Do you guys fucking
you
sorry? Do you remember the house that I lived in in undergrad. Do you
Yeah.
I paid
Yeah.
$400 to live in that house.
I will drink bleach right now.
It's fucking insane. Gone doing cocaine in the fucking Himalayas or whatever, and I have this hardwood fucking palace. It just incredible. You know, I can entertain my friends at the fireplace and then bring them upstairs for an aperitif and in a Hanukkah film. Like that's just not.
Listener, the house that Craig rented in college was so nice
It
that
was
like
insane.
we spent an ill-fated afternoon trying to make a screen printing studio in the basement because there was just a dark chamber that you could fill with a light to not expose the screens.
Yep.
And that's how much room there was in the house.
Yeah, just like gorgeous, spacious. You could just fuck around. Yeah, no.
Yeah, but I mean, all gentrification is like really sinister and horrible. But like, it's especially bad in the UP because like there's just not economic opportunity.
There's nothing else.
Period. So like to price people out of their homes, it's not like you can just go get a better. Well, for a lot of people, you can't just simply go to the job store and get a higher paying job. There just aren't industries up there the way there might have been like 60 years ago. Mm-hmm. So it's just, I don't know. It's like double evil somehow.
Yeah, I've talked about my history of working at both a lumber mill and an iron ore mine, but by the time I was out of both of those, they had kind of like started to like swing towards like layoffs, closure, like most of those. There's still some mining, like I think half of the mine that I used to work at is still open, but like a lot of fucking people got laid off, and like there was not any jobs for them to just sort of like land on. It's bad there. It's really bad.
Yeah. So those are the best and worst parts of Michigan.
Get you some Mackinac Island fudge, though, for real. It's really good. Hit up Main Street Pizza. Get you a Kudagi.
Oh my God, yeah, Main Street Pizza fucking balls.
Do you know what's funny?
You ever have a
you both know
Kudagi?
this.
I've had a Kudagi. Oh yeah.
Wait, what's a Kudagi?
It's like an Italian sausage burger sandwich, but they're like a UP thing.
No, yum.
If a place has a pasty, odds are they have a Kudagi.
Yeah. Oh, okay, because I used to go to the pasty place in town because I had a crush on the guy who worked there. Friend of the show, Corinne Moe, used to give me so much shit because she thought this was like the worst looking guy in the history of the world, and maybe he was. But when I was 20,
get his ass.
I was really into it. But anyway, so I used to. Anyway, I used to go to the pasty shop, but I didn't try a Kudagi. Sorry, this is not apocryphal. This is just anecdotal, but Craig and Jen already know this. But a friend of the show, previous guest Leo Garcia, is from Mexico, and he really wanted to come visit Michigan. So I brought him to my family's home for Thanksgiving a couple years ago. It was like. I don't think he'll mind me saying this. It was like when somebody from Michigan goes to Japan for the first time.
Yeah.
Like it was just something. It was somewhere he'd always wanted to go and always wanted to see. And I'm like, you can just go there, you know. You don't even have to pay to stay there. You can just crash at my family's place.
Oh, that's
did he
adorable.
get some Superman ice cream?
No, because my family aren't super big Superman ice cream people.
Oh,
We got to make up
Hateful.
for that.
But he.
yeah.
Yeah, but he got to see pure Michigan. So, Thank you so much for listening. Thank you as always. You can find the show wherever you get your podcasts. So that is Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, wherever you're listening. Please rate, please review, please subscribe, please tell a friend. Please talk about it online. That would be nice if you're being nice. If you're not being nice, don't talk about it online. How about that? So yeah, do all of that stuff, interacting with the show. If you want to send in any questions or if you have like a recommendation or whatever, you can do that at swimfanspodcast@gmail.com, or you can do it in our Instagram DMs, or you can do it in like the Spotify episode form. So send us a question. If you have any recommendations, interacting with us is fun, hopefully. Thank you. And the show has a Patreon. That's patreon.com/swimfans. For as low as $1 a month, you can get access to the entire back catalog of the show, or the back catalog of the Patreon episodes of the show. So subscribe now, and you can hear them all. And you can find the show on all the social medias. It's Instagram, Letterboxd, Blue Sky. That is user SwimFansPod. Give us a follow over there. I am available at all the same spots. User Amons, AMONNS. What have I seen lately? Honestly, not that much. I still can't talk about Begonia. Did I ever talk about Him on the show? Okay, so Him is the football horror movie. I wanted this movie to be so good, you guys, and here's why. Because we have so many like horror classics about like the horrors of being a woman and having the body of a woman and like what society does to that body of a woman, right? Like the Neon Demon, I think, is the perfect example. Like the modeling industry is a meat market for women's bodies and quite literally eats them up. So I was like, yes, a movie about football that is that for dudes. That's an incredible pitch. Say less. It was so bad. It didn't do any of that stuff. There was like maybe 3 or 4 like interesting images in the movie, but like it wasn't even that it wasn't like as good as something like the Neon Demon. It's that it wasn't even good on its own terms. And it's a shame. It's a shame because like, I think there was really fertile ground to, especially from like the religiosity that American football has in this country. And then making that like sort of weird horror, I think tonally in the vein of the Neon Demon, and just to sort of flub it. It's a shame. I had high hopes. Jen.
You can follow me on Blue Sky, diatron5.swimfanspod.com. I'm on Letterboxd Diatron. I watched the Fulci film Enigma, which was a pretty fun Italian horror movie. And there's one scene where a woman, a girl is killed just by being covered in snails. Shouts
Does
out.
that kill you, do you think?
I don't know. It killed her. They didn't really seem like they were like eating her. There's just a lot of snails on her.
Yeah. Sometimes you just
but like I think I could have survived.
A rip to you, but I'm built different.
Yeah, I could get gooped that much and walk away from it.
I do think there are like some venomous snails. Maybe
there
it's
are,
that.
yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Just not. Maybe the movie's just smarter than me. Anyway, it was pretty good, Craig.
You can find me at Craig Neeson on Instagram and Letterboxd, craigneeson.com. Today, I took my ass to see Keeper by Osgood Perkins. And I'm fucking in the theater. And here's me, I'm in the theater. And I'm on the Letterboxd page, and I'm looking at the crew and stuff. I'm like, Osgood Perkins, and I flip to his fucking thing. I had no idea he was Tony Perkins' son. I had no fucking clue. I'm sorry. I guess I'm fucking dense. But like I was like, oh my god, that explains it. And I had this like, you got to be fucking kidding me moment before the movie like actually kicked on. So bad.
No.
Yeah. No. Like the thing that like kind of that got me into the seat, frankly, was the trailer. I think they cut a really good fucking trailer for it.
Yeah.
I thought the trailer was really great. It was mysterious. It looked really elegantly photographed. And it's true that there are some moments that are elegantly photographed, but holy fucking Christ, is it cavernous? Just empty. And like the kind of reveal, because there's always got to be a fucking reveal. And the same over explanation of what you just saw and what's happening. Oh my fucking god! I wanted to shake the film. I just like, sorry. Usually I'm kind of like, see for yourself. I don't want to call your expectation. Don't fucking give this guy money. Like, just don't. AMC was giving the full like nice theater to the film, and like it was me and 3 other people. And frankly, that's too much. That's too many people. We need to make it clear that like Osgood Perkins can't make movies anymore. Like it's just
yeah, because see, like in on one hand, I'm like, okay, I will never let you hurt me again after Long Legs. Okay,
right.
but then I saw The Monkey, and I'm like, okay, well, that wasn't very good, but it was better than Longlegs. And so, like, when I saw the trailer for Keeper, I agree, Craig. I'm like, hey, pretty fucking good trailer. Yep. I don't trust him, okay? And which is why I didn't run out to the theater, because I wanted to see it on Friday night. And then I'm like, is this a wise use of my money? And it's not.
Yeah.
But I was like, but maybe this is it. Maybe he'll finally get a good one. So on one hand, I'm not surprised, but I am still disappointed somehow.
Yeah. No, I had zero expectation. Didn't have any idea what the film was about, except for the trailer. I mean, the trailer makes it clear it's about like a relationship. But that's kind of it. And I'm like, oh, okay, I like that. I like that idea. Let's go for it. No, pass. Don't. That you can do so much. I should have saw the fucking Predator movie. He would have ripped an alien skull and then like its spine out of its back. That would have been fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Instead, I saw a fucking Keeper.
Said you once again wasted your money on an Osgood Perkins movie.
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
I
man.
did it. I'm enabling.
He can't keep
He's
getting
washed.
away with
He
this.
cannot.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, goodbye.
Well, thanks for listening to the Mother's Boys episode of the Swim Fans.
Bye.
Bye.